see my beef with Dan Crenshaw? He's gonna sue me, Hunter.
Fucking try me. I mean, what the hell, man? He's attempting to interfere with your business.
Are you familiar with Polymarket? They only give Dan a 9% chance that he actually sues me. He's not allowed to travel.
You know how many defamation suits I'm involved in right now? You want to go through the process of sitting down for a, however many day deposition and going through every stock trade that you've made since you became a United States Congressman.
But in other news, if you see my beef with Dan Crenshaw, he's gonna sue me, Hunter.
I know
he's gonna sue me.
I'm sorry, buddy.
But so
I would.
So
I would
you're
try.
a Yale-educated attorney.
Yeah.
Can you give us a legal analysis breakdown of the Dan Crenshaw lawsuit against Shawn Ryan?
Well, technically, I've been disbarred, so I have to say
I
that.
saw that.
Yeah, I have to say that. It's very technically, meaning I've been disbarred. So, look, to be serious about it, is it, like, what are you even talking about? Like, I've followed this, and it's the same. I don't know whether that these people that are become so high on their own supply think, and the people that like are like the sucker fishes that attach to them, like these lawyers, think that in any way they're sending you a bullshit letter, demand letter, was going to do anything but make you say, fucking try me. I mean, what the hell, man? I mean, look, there's a bunch of things that you could do. Like, number one, it seems to me that you potentially could sue him right now.
Really?
Yes. And that's, for instance, that's what Michael Wolff did with the First Lady, is that she continued to threaten him like they threatened me. And my response to that was, bring it on. Like, you want to go through a discovery process with me in which I get to depose you, the president, and every person that you were associated with while you were friends with Jeffrey Epstein. Like, you want to do that, then I'm willing to do that. I'm going to need a GoFundMe, but you know what I mean? But I'm willing to do that. And I never heard from them again. Okay. And I didn't say anything that Michael Wolff didn't, but they continued to send Michael Wolff letters. Whatever you think about Michael Wolff, is that Michael Wolff basically said, is that threatening someone with a lawsuit that is engaged in protected speech, particularly when who you're speaking about is a sitting United States Congressman, which basically you can say whatever the fuck you want about him, no matter what. That's America. You know what I mean? Seriously. Is that it's called abuse of process and potentially tortious interference, meaning that he's attempting to interfere with your business. Mm-hmm. So, but if you want to engage him, you could potentially, and I'm not positive, but preemptively sue him for fucking with you. And it seems to me that I saw his response, and I don't know Dan Crenshaw from anything.
I think Dan had a bad night.
He really had a bad night, and I don't get it. Like, what? Like, if you're gonna respond after you made a threat of a lawsuit, then you file the lawsuit. If you truly believe that you want to go through the process of sitting down for a however many day deposition and going through every stock trade that you've made since you became a United States Congressman, and the information that you may have received or not received as it related to the companies whose stock you're trading, along with what you said to every member of SEAL Team 6 and what they said back to you when you said, I've been talking to, my boys at 6. It's like, I'll tell you what, I don't see how any reasonable person that would receive a text like that would not think, like, are you threatening me?
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know anybody that reasonable. And I certainly know that there's not a jury in the world that wouldn't believe that. So the notion that that is unreasonable for you to come to that conclusion, or thought that maybe that's what he was trying to say. And anyway, It's just a number one. You got nothing to worry about, but it may be an opportunity for you also.
That's good to hear.
It's kind of the way that I view these things.
I don't really enjoy legal warfare, but I got to be honest. This one, it's like, oh,
It's horrible.
let's do the discovery, Dan.
Yeah.
I would love to dive into your financial history as a congressman.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what
and
I
it's
think
much
happened?
more. By the way, and it's much broader than that. Okay, I had a guy that
He's also like actively threatening to kill people online.
yeah.
Like he threatened to kill, or he's like, if I ever see Tucker, I'll kill him.
I saw that.
And then he said,
Yeah.
I'm not joking.
No, I know.
So why wouldn't I take? But
I don't know. See, that's the thing that I don't get is anyway, the broader picture is this license that people think that they have, particularly in Congress, to hide behind the speech and debate clause. Now, the fact of the matter is if he had been smart, he should have gone to the floor of the House, the House of Representatives, and he could have talked about you as much as he wanted to. But the idea that he would send you a private DM with with that kind of like oblique or direct threat, who knows?
boys at 6.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, like I don't have any insight into your world, other than having watched you, having watched the men. I just watched that interview with Jocko and a number of others that you have interviewed, many of which are right at the till of the hunt. But you don't come away. I come away with the impression of this is the one thing that they care about more than anything is the bond that they have that you guys have with each other, and like a code of loyalty that means. And I can't imagine anyone would have been too impressed with somebody saying that publicly or privately to the member, and not just go like, well, that is really weak sauce, man. And I'm reading way too much into anything.
I think. Are you familiar with Poly Market?
Only from
It's
listening.
like a predictive.
Yeah, I mean, I literally from listening to some of the
prediction market.
Yeah,
They actually did a thing on this. They only give Dan a 9% chance that he actually sues me. So I think, we both battled addiction, right?
Yeah.
I've spent many a nights where I've made shitty decisions and woken up the next morning going, oh fuck.
By the way,
I think Dan did that 2 nights in a row.
Yeah, by the way, I really do too. And so in that sense, I have a little bit of a like
You feel
maybe
bad
somebody
for him.
in his life,
Yeah.
I
I feel bad for him too. I hope Dan can put the bottle down. He can't even do international travel right now because he's such a fucking lush.
is that true?
It's really bad. It's really bad.
No,
He's not allowed. He's not allowed to
how
travel.
many defamation suits I'm involved in right now? You're sucking me into another one. I can't afford it, man.
No, it's a real thing.
It's a real thing. Okay,
Maybe you'll
according
get a
to
letter,
Shawn
too.
Ryan,
We'll
I would
all
like
see each other in
everybody to
court.
know. Exactly. I sued a guy. Okay, Patrick Byrne, the Overstock guy. Okay, he wrote this thing and said that I was the person responsible for releasing the $8 billion in sanctioned Iranian money that was being held by the South Koreans, and I took a 10% fee for doing so, and put it in bank accounts around the world, and that was the money that was used to fund Hamas's attack on Israel on October 7th,
Holy
resulting in the
shit.
death of 1,400 people. You know how many things people have said about me that are like, on your show, by the way.
I'm aware.
Yeah, I know you are, motherfucker. Yeah, I know. So he says this craziness, okay? And I'm like, I said to one of my lawyers, I was like, just please, can someone help me sue this guy? And anyway, I found somebody to do it, and contingency, an incredible lawyer, Dick Arputlian. And we went to, and he said, I'm going to get him and I'm going to go after him. And this is Byrne. He goes on all these shows and he says he has tapes and he has the FBI informant and he has the former DEA agent and he's got the Iranian spy who he's going to bring in. He doesn't even show up to the trial. He refuses to come to the trial.
Are you
He
serious?
fires all his lawyers the day before we're supposed to begin picking a jury. He doesn't produce anything. Okay, he literally doesn't produce anything. A default judgment is filed against him, and but now I'm like 2 years into this. I mean, it's been since.
Are you
then.
serious?
2 years into this, and we still don't have a full thing. And like, and the court is going to decide about punitive damages. And so, in between the time he gets the default judgment and the court is to decide, he goes back on Alex Jones and repeats the entire thing over.
Are you serious?
Over again? Yeah. They just do this stuff with impunity. But the whole reason I tell this story is this: is your instinct is right. It's awful. Litigation sucks. I've been tied up in criminal and civil and in courts, and I mean, like I got, I don't know, $14-15 million in debt that I have no idea that how I'm going to be able to pay off. I have I mean, millions of dollars in debt that nobody's riding to the rescue for Hunter Biden. My dad, entered the presidency as the poorest man to ever take the office, and he left the presidency not poorest. I mean, which he's fine, but like we have no generational wealth. I don't have any, despite what these guys say, like there's no billions of dollars buried underneath my dad's house in Delaware, and so what I think these people rely on is they are so, they either have the money and they just hire people to go harass people through the legal process. Like Trump does that a lot. I mean, that's for real. Or they just don't care. And because litigation, even civil litigation, like what you're talking about, it just overwhelms your life. Mm-hmm. I mean, the depositions that you have to sit through and to prepare for, and then you got to go through, if you're suing for damages, then you got to sit down with a psychologist of their choice to go through your entire life. And, I mean, it puts you in a really uncomfortable position. And then you're dependent upon the idea that your lawyers are going to have, be able to make it through the process, the motions process and the motions practice and, and 3 years later you wake up and you go, what the fuck did I do this for? And so my suggestion is that I think that you got the response. I think you won already. Okay. And I know that you didn't enter this with the intention of winning anything, is that you were stating a fact based upon your own personal experience, and obviously the personal experience of some of the people in the community that you come from that have a real disdain for this guy, and the way that they were treated by him in his position of authority. And so you speak a truth, what you believe to be a truth, or ask a question that's worthy of asking about anybody that is in a position of power, which is the right of every American to do. And you do that. And his response is to send you a letter from his lawyers to tell you he's talking to his boys at 6, and then to get on and saying, that you're a liar and this and that. And so we'll just let it go now.
And challenge me to an interview?
Yeah.
The funny thing is, Hunter,
Yeah.
I invited him on the fucking show in the original thing. And then after that, he challenges me to an interview. It's like, well, Dan, you didn't really have to challenge me. I know you feel tough doing it. I'm sure you feel real tough doing it in front of your 6 followers that aren't bashing you right now.
Yeah.
But I already fucking invited you, so you didn't have to do that.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's my point, is that if he thought that there was a value in him actually sitting down with you, then he can get on a plane like I did, fly his ass into Nashville, and come to the studio and sit down with you, And so I don't think that's going to happen, though, Shawn.
We'll see.
don't-
Man, I fucking
just-
hope it does.
I'm just taking bets. We'll have to look at Polymarket after this. To
I
see-
know, right?
yeah.
I think they're going to do another one.
Yeah.
I'll bet they do another one.
Well, I actually, what we're going to I want to look at is Polymarket right now of whether or not you're going to get canceled after you air this interview with me.
I'll bet the answer's no. No matter where you're watching Shawn Ryan Show from, if you get anything out of this, please like, comment, subscribe, and most importantly, share this everywhere you possibly can. And if you're feeling extra generous, please leave us a review on Apple and Spotify podcasts.